When I was a kid, I'd make a new friend wherever I went. In fact, there's a picture of me and this random girl that I met in the Chuck E. Cheese photo booth on my grandma's refrigerator. I remember it like it was yesterday. Little Morgan running around having a grand old time, but that's not the point. The point is, I would make a new friend wherever I went, because I would make a new friend no matter what they looked like or how they acted. And even though I'm a little bit more reserved now than I was then, I still try to make that conscious effort, and I hope many of you can say the same. So, let's take a little test. Raise your hand if you've made a new friend in the past week. Now, keep your hand up if that friend has a cognitive or intellectual disability. Look around, it's fewer, right? Every day, students in special education classrooms may feel isolated or unwanted because other students aren't making the conscious effort to include them. Other students aren't making this conscious effort because there's a large stigma facing people with disabilities. It takes every single person in this room to end this stigma, and in this presentation we will talk about how you can do it and why it matters so much that you do. A large part of the stigma facing people with disabilities is use of derogatory language in everyday conversations. For example, the R word. The R word is a horrible word used to equate people with disabilities to something being dumb or stupid. Eliminate this word from your vocabulary by using words that actually mean dumb or stupid. You can visit the website rword.org to learn more about the Spread the Word to End the Word campaign, which advocates for this very idea. Learn about the history of the word, why it's offensive, and remove it from your everyday speech to create a safer and more inviting environment for people with disabilities. However, this isn't the only term that degrades people with special needs. Any negative term that highlights or makes fun of someone for a disability that they may have is inexcusable and can easily be removed from your vocabulary. Just be conscious of your language. As you may have noticed throughout my speech, I've been saying person with a disability rather than disabled person. By using person-first terminology, you're asserting someone as a person before you explain their difference. By simply changing the order of your words, you're no longer labeling someone as only their skin color or only their disability, you're labeling them as human. According to rword.org, in 2010, Barack Obama approved Rosa's Law, which advocates for this very idea. It eliminated the term mentally retarded from health, education, and labor policies and replaced it with individual with an intellectual disability. See, it's that simple. Well, of course, all of you are not Barack Obama, or else I would be way more nervous than I am right now, and you can't just go out and make a law, but you can make a pledge. Also on the rword.org website, you can make a pledge to not use the R word and to begin to use people-first terminology. Now that's simple. Making fun of someone for things that they can't control is one of the worst things you could do. So here's a help rule of thumb, the 5-minute rule. If there's something wrong with someone that they can fix in less than 5 minutes, like flyaways in their hair or food in their teeth, then tell them about it. But if it's something like the size or shape of their nose or a disability that they may have, that they couldn't change in less than 5 minutes, keep it to yourself. Again, just be a nice person. Another thing you can do to eliminate this stigma is to use the power that you have among your friends and intertwine your friend group with these students. Make students who feel different and make students who feel different know that they're included and loved. An even easier way to do this is join Best Buddies. Best Buddies is an amazing program that allows you to make lasting lifelong friendships in a safe environment. I've been in Best Buddies since 6th grade and I've loved every minute of it. I joined because my friends were doing it and I kept coming back, so I think that's something in itself. Just hanging out with your friends after a long day of school and painting ornaments or watching Moana, which are some activities that FHS Best Buddies has done this year, is a great way to strengthen your friendships with people of all kinds. However, I know many of you may have busy schedules and won't be able to make it to Best Buddies events, which I understand, but you don't have to go through Best Buddies to make these friendships. If you go down the downstairs C hallway during a passing period, you'll typically see the students in the special education classes along the walls of the hallway. They aren't out there for no reason, they're out there to engage with the students that walk past them and make friends. So next time you're in that hallway, say hi, spark conversation, because with some students, initiating the conversation is a hard task. So be the one to talk to them first and include them into your everyday life. You could also go to the Best Buddies Friendship Walk, which usually happens in April. For the past 2 years I've gone to the walk, and there's really just something surreal about the experience. No matter who you are or what you look like, you're accepted as long as you can be a friend. As cheesy as this may sound, with everything happening in today's society, friendship and kindness have become some of the most valuable yet hard to find things. Indulge your time into these friendships and best buddies, and you'll come away with lifelong friends and a place where you always belong. Now, as I've said person with disabilities or special needs in my speech multiple times, you've probably been picturing a certain type of person. However, according to Understood.org, over 13 different disabilities fall under the umbrella for special education validity, ranging from Down syndrome to dyslexia. That means that the student who may think is just weird could be on the autism spectrum just like someone with severe autism. Whether they have severe autism or they're slight on the spectrum, they still deserve your utmost respect because they're human just like you. You can't always see disabilities. That's why all of you should take on the initiative to give everyone a chance at friendship. Next time your friends are giggling about something the weird kid in your class did or said, call them out on it. Let them know that it's not cool to make fun of someone for things that they can't control. The movement can begin with the simple, hey, cut it out. Now, combine these solutions and go out and make a difference. If you overhear someone using a derogatory language against a person with a disability, call them out on it. Or if you see someone with a disability being taken advantage of, call them out on it. The movement to eliminate this stigma can't be promoted if people are just complacent and letting these injustices happen. The easiest thing to do is be a friend. I'm sure you've all heard the saying that it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile, and you've just brushed it off. But it's true. Smile in the hallway and make someone's day. Ask someone how they're doing or if they're excited for the weekend. Hang out, talk, laugh, whatever you do. Don't exclude someone just because they're different than you. Hanging out with like-minded people or with people who have the same background as you will never allow you to grow or change your outlook on the world. From being a peer tutor and their best buddies, I've gained more genuine friendships with these students than I have with people who don't have disabilities, and you could easily do the same. Now, I'm not expecting you to go to your local Chuck E. Cheese and make friends with a random girl there. That would be weird. But I am expecting you to make a conscious effort to include students who are different than you. Here's the thing to remember, Fishers. Disabled or not, everyone deserves a chance to be genuinely loved and respected.